What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Now, I've never been a big fan of soundbars because I guess I don't ever get the full experience of surround sound, but I went on, took the plunge, and got me a Sony soundbar for my Sony TV. And one thing I can say about soundbars, I can say that they're real easy to set up. All you have to do is plug in the HDMI cord and an optical cable that comes with it, and you're pretty much ready to go. And after that, you just sit back and relax and just listen to the sounds of depends on what kind of soundbar that you have because they do have many different versions of them. They have 5.1, 7.1, all kinds of other ones. I got the 2.1. Basically, is a stereo setting with a subwoofer by side. And for the most part, I've been listening to a bunch of movies and I've been watching a lot of YouTube. And I gotta say that having a soundbar is not too bad. I wouldn't recommend it for a movie theater experience, but if you have a bedroom and you kind of want a good, decent, punchy sound without too much bass and echoey sound when it comes to surround sound when it comes to certain scenes, I think a soundbar is perfect for a bedroom. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend it for a surround sound setting. I've been listening to surround sound for over 15 years, so I'm used to hearing surround sound 5.1 for the longest period of time. Never really been a big fan of 7.1 and all this other stuff because you're just getting too many speakers within one room. If you don't have a big room to actually use all those speakers, it's pretty much pointless. But I think 5.1 is the sweet point when it comes to surround sound. I've been listening to that for 5 years, so I'm used to playing video games, watching movies, all kinds of stuff in surround sound. So converting over to a soundbar for my bedroom, I thought it would be really hard, but I actually like it because it's giving me enough punch of the kind of sound I like to hear when I'm watching certain movies, action flicks, of course. Not a big deal when it comes to dialogue movies with big dramas, but like any action scenes that this thing got a little kick to, and I really like it.
Are the children learning something new?
And one thing, once you set it up, one thing I did like about it is that it became your permanent speaker. It's an external speaker, but it takes over the speakers that come within your TV. So you're not going to hear the TV speakers anymore. You're just going to hear from the soundbar, which is great because I think once I turned it on and actually listened to it, I was hooked on it. I didn't even want to hear the speakers from the TV anymore. And one thing I think is a bit little too much in my opinion is that when you turn the volume up on your TV, you had to turn it up to like a good 35 to get good sound out of it. I wouldn't say good sound, decent sound out of the speakers. But when it comes to the soundbar, you have to really turn up to like 50, halfway to the volume to get okay sound. You really have to turn it up, so be careful of that. So depending on what kind of room you have or what kind of noise you got going on around you, you may have to turn this thing up pretty high to get some decent sound out of it. But I must say, I really like the soundbar. I've never been a big fan of soundbars because I guess I didn't really expect too much from them. But now that I actually had one and that's been using it for a while, I recommend them. Depends on how much you're willing to spend for a soundbar. This soundbar only ran me $200, so I think that's the perfect price for a soundbar. I think it's selling for $1,300 for a soundbar system, where it comes with a soundbar, 2 extra speaker, and a subwoofer. And like I said, it depends on where you put this thing. If you're trying to have surround sound, I feel like you should go with a receiver, 5.1 speakers, or 6.1, 7.1. Depends on what kind of speakers you got, what kind of size they are. If you want true surround sound when it comes to movie theater experience. But when you got something in your bedroom and you just want a little punch and a little kick to your movies, soundbar's perfect. Having said all that, I must say I'm converted. I can recommend a soundbar to some people. Like I said, some people may want the true theater experience, but a soundbar is not quite that, but it's the closest thing to having a good punchy sound movie when it comes to certain, like I said, action movies. Like I don't care about a drama with a lot of dialogue. I want to see action with a lot of kick to it and a lot of bass to it sometimes. Not too much bass where it's just the bass is overwhelming, but just enough kick to it. That's why I kind of like, I've been watching movies for years like that, so I'm used to it. A little spoiled by that. Well, that's pretty much it for this little, it's a kind of review. Like I said, it's a little bit of a review, you can say, because I've been listening to it for like 3 weeks now and I really enjoy it. So I've never been a big fan of soundbars, but now I can recommend a soundbar to people. I can say definitely shop around depending on what kind of brand you got, what kind of brand you're going for, or If you want to be like most people, if you got a Sony TV, you want a Sony soundbar, Samsung, etc., etc. I want to thank you guys for watching. Post your comments in the comments section. Hit that like button and also subscribe. Stay tuned for more. I want to thank you guys once again, and I will see you guys in my next video.